The Basilica of the Sacred Heart is the university's church, a favorite center of Catholic worship for people in the South Bend area, and along with its neighboring grotto, an international site of religious pilgrimage. The first church on this site was built by Father Sorin in 1847, but following the university's dramatic expansion after the Civil War, a larger church was needed to accommodate students, faculty, staff, and local Catholic families for truly communal prayer. Construction was begun in 1868, and Father Sorin laid the cornerstone in a ceremony in 1871, boasting a year later that what he called this splendid monument to God's glory would be completed within 2 years. In fact, it was not until 1892, a year before Sorin's death, that the spire was finished. Built in much the same Gothic revival style as its contemporaries, St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York and Sacré-Cœur du Montmartre in Paris, the basilica features a cruciform structure 275 feet long and 120 feet wide. The cross at the top of its spire, at 230 feet, is the highest point on campus. Since Father Sorin's time, the church has undergone major renovations and restorations at least 3 times, most recently in 1988, when the church was closed for more than a year for a $7 million renovation. Its interior gold decoration was regilded with 23-karat gold leaf. The ceiling and wall frescoes were touched up and restored. In some cases, workers had to work through 7 layers of paint and varnish to restore the original colors of the paintings. The basilica was reopened in 1990. Alumni who were killed in World War I are memorialized by name on the east door of Sacred Heart Basilica under the inscription, God, Country, Notre Dame. The stained glass windows of the church, designed by the Carmelite nuns of Le Mans, France, and installed in 1873, are particularly noteworthy. These windows comprise one of the largest collections of French stained glass anywhere in the world, since most similar windows in European churches were destroyed during the First and Second World Wars. There are 42 large windows and 106 smaller ones. The windows feature biblical scenes, symbols of Christian doctrine, and events in the history of the Catholic Church and the lives of the saints. The colorful paintings and windows of the basilica reflect and extend an ancient Christian tradition in which images and pictures are used not merely for decoration. Like most Catholic church buildings of its period, Sacred Heart was designed not only as a structure where Catholics could gather for Mass and communal prayer, but also as sort of a visual sermon. According to one spiritual writer, this sort of sermon was even more effective than the conventional kind because, as he said, paint lasted and words vanished.